Welcome back to the Surprise Shirts YouTube channel. Today we are ranking the Premier League away shirts from worst to best for this 2024-2025 Premier League season. And fasten your seatbelts because this video is an absolute belter. But also subscribe, click the notification bell because every single Saturday for the Surprise Shirts Saturday, we'll be ranking different football shirt leagues. And we've got so many other great videos coming your way. So fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be a bumpy ride. So starting off in 20th spot, we have got Leicester City. Now, this is a bizarre shirt. Now, looking at it straight away, I do not understand what they're trying to do. I know they've tried to do something different here. But if you look, it looks like somebody's got a sponge, put it in a paint bucket, and they've kind of splodged it around the edges. I wouldn't have minded if they'd done it all over the place. But they've kind of then framed this shirt and then framed that massive sponsor. Other than that, there's not really much going on. It is just a plain Adidas template shirt. So 20th spot for Leicester. 19th spot now, we have got AFC Bournemouth. Now, another shirt where they've tried to do something a little different. Now, straight away, looking at this shirt, it's kind of a really weird pattern going throughout. Again, it's kind of that sponge kind of texture, and it looks a little bit washed with some of those colours. But the thing that really lets this shirt down is that massive sponsor, and then the fact that they've kind of given it an outline, so it kind of gives it a 3D effect, and it doesn't fit in with the rest of the shirt, so you're going to have to mark it down for that. So 19th spot, Bournemouth. We have got Chelsea. Now, it's really interesting because we've gone from some really crazy designs to a very simplistic design, and there's not really anything going on with this shirt whatsoever. It's kind of an off-white cream colour with no pattern, no design going on whatsoever. There's a nice little bit of detailing on the trim end of the sleeve, tying in with the collar and the badge and the kit provider. But other than that, it's just a plain shirt. There's absolutely nothing going on, and I'm not a fan of it. It kind of looks like a washed, like an old kind of, if you look at a cricket white when it's been played for years, it's kind of got that kind of shade to it. So I'm not a fan of it. 17th spot now, we have got Arsenal. Now, this is truly a very bizarre shirt. There's a lot going on and a lot to dissect with this shirt. So if you look really closely, they've got the red and green kind of collar, which then ties into the different colour of the badge and the kit provider, which I'm not a fan of. Then you've got the 3 green stripes going down the shoulder, and then they've got this kind of white pattern if you look on kind of the shoulder seam and then down the side of the shirt, but then the rest of it's just black. It's kind of a bit all over the place. I don't really feel like it's really worked, and I saw the comparisons to a Lynx can, so I can't get that Lynx Africa kind of look out of my mind. But for me, it's not really worked at all. I don't like the differing colours on the badge and the kit provider. I feel like it could have worked, but yeah, it just needs a little bit more consistency, a little bit more thought going into this. 16th spot now, we have probably got one of the brightest shirts in the league. We have got the Southampton away shirt. Now, this has got 2 different shades of yellow and the pattern going throughout the central panel of the shirt and then down onto the sleeves as well. I'm a massive fan of that. I really like kind of that unique kind of style. I love then the trim end of the sleeve, tying it with the collar. But the thing that really lets this shirt down is that massive sponsor and the fact that your eyes are completely drawn to it. It's got such a bold outline. So it's an eyesore. Your eyes are drawn to it. You can't help but stare at it, which really takes away from this shirt, which is why I've had to mark it down. 15th spot now, we have got Tottenham Hotspur. Now, a shirt that in my mind could have really worked well. I'm a sucker for consistency and shirts being symmetrical. And if you look at those stripes, it's all over the place. It's not symmetrical at all. It could have been really nice. I really like the colourway and the design. I like the collar tying in there with the trim end of the sleeve and the badge and the kit provider. The only thing that slightly as well kind of really throws me off, I'm a massive fan of a central badge, but if you look at the kit provider, that's not also central, which kind of lets this shirt down. It had so much promise and kind of the fundamentals are there, but it's just not executed perfect. 14th spot now, we have got West Ham United. Now, this is a very simple but effective shirt, but if you look really closely, there's a really nice bit of intricate detailing going throughout this shirt, but the problem is I can just about see it with my glasses. It's just slightly let down by that. I really wish they've kind of just lifted them slightly and this shirt would have been absolutely beautiful. I like then the simplicity of the badge, the kit provider, the sponsor, the trim end of the sleeve, all tying in together. I just wish they might have added just a little bit of detail to the collar. It's an okay shirt, don't get me wrong. 13th spot now, we have got Everton. A very interesting colourway. You don't see many grey football shirts. I really like though the fact then you've got that really then contrasting yellow, which kind of then really lifts this shirt, tying in with the badge, the kit provider and the collar. I just wish they've added that then to the trim on the end of the sleeve. But it's a nice pattern. It's a solid shirt. It just needs something extra, a little bit of oomph. 12th spot now, we have got Aston Villa, and they were right to be happy about getting Adidas this year. It's an absolute belter of a shirt. If you look really close, it's a nice bit of intricate detail and pattern going throughout the centre. I like the fact then that the kit provider, the badge and the sponsor all tying together. Really nice detailing on the collar and then the 3 stripes going down the shoulder. As I keep saying with these Adidas shirts, they've really neglected the trim on the end of the sleeve this year, and that's the only thing that kind of lets this down. And maybe if they added an extra bit of colour, maybe adding that sky blue or something, or a bit of maroon then on the central panel, just to lift this shirt ever so slightly, because it is very close to being quite a dull shirt, but I'm a fan of this one. 11th spot now, we have got an extremely solid shirt. It is the Crystal Palace away shirt for this season. I'm a massive fan of this. It's very simple but effective. If you look really closely, it's got the big eagle going throughout the shirt. Nice bit of detailing on the trim end of the sleeve and the collar, which then ties into the badge, the kit provider and the sponsor. It's a consistent shirt. It's very solid. You can't fault it. 10th spot now, we have got Manchester City, a very bold and unique colourway which just works. I really like the contrasting brightness of these shades going throughout this shirt on the stripes is so nice. And I like the fact then that the kit provider, the badge and the sponsor all tying together. Nice old school collar. The only reason why this shirt is slightly lower down is the fact that they've left such a massive block for the sponsor. It then kind of, your eyes are drawn to it. It's kind of framed, which then takes over from the rest of the shirt, because for me, this could have been one of the shirts of the season if they'd have just got rid of that. But overall, still an absolute belter of a shirt. Ninth spot now, we have got one of the most simple but effective shirts of the season. We've got Liverpool. Now, I'm a massive fan of the contrasting blue on that grey. It really lifts this shirt. If you look really closely, there's a really nice bit of intricate detailing going throughout the shirt. But it's the little touches, the fact that the sponsor isn't too big and it ties in with the kit provider and the badge. This shirt looks like it's complete. It all looks like it should be pieced together. It doesn't look like they've slapped a sponsor on, which is why I'm a massive fan of this. Other shirts should take notes from this Liverpool top. See, simple can be done really well. 8th spot now, we have got Brighton and Hove Albion, another bright and bold yellow shirt. We've seen a lot of yellow shirts this season in the Premier League, but I'm a big fan of the yellow, then with the differing shades of the blue, and those pinstripes really lift this shirt. And then you've got the detailing on the trim end of the sleeve and the little bit here just below the collar, which is a nice little touch, something a little bit different. The only reason why this shirt is let down is similar to the Man City shirt. It's the fact that they've left a massive block for this kind of sponsor, because again, your eyes are drawn to it. If the stripes carried on all the way down, this would look more complete and it would look like the shirt sponsor should be a part of the shirt, whereas this, again, it doesn't look like it's a complete shirt. 7th spot now, we have got Nottingham Forest, and this is a crazy and bizarre, unique shirt. We don't see many colourways like it. I'm a big fan of it, and I love that pattern going throughout the shirt. And then you kind of got those pink kind of seam lines going down the shoulder with the 3 stripes then as well going down the sleeve, and you've got it coming up the front. You've got it with a badge, the kit provider. The only reason that this is slightly let down is the fact that that sponsor isn't pink. If that sponsor was pink, I feel like this would easily be a top 2. It's an absolute belter of a shirt. Just again, the sponsor doesn't fit in with the rest of the design. 6th now, we have got Newcastle United. I'm a big fan of this shirt. I like this old school kind of feel. There's really block coloured hoops when the 2 different kind of shades really looks good on this shirt. And then what I really like then is the fact that the kit provider, the badge and the sponsor all tying together, as well as that collar and the 3 stripes going down the shoulder and the sleeve. But again, I go back to the same thing as what I've said before about Adidas. If that white then line had gone then to the trim on the end of the sleeve, this shirt would be an all-timer. It'd be a belter. It's just those kind of little details that these kind of shirts need to just have to just pick themselves to be at the top, but it's still an absolute belter of a shirt. 5th, we've got another very simple shirt, but just works. A black and red striped shirt, similar to the one right behind me. We've got a Fulham shirt, but what I really like about the fact is they've taken the colours, they deconstructed it from the badge and then plastered it all over, detailing then on the collar, going down the sleeve as well. It's just really nice, and I like the fact that the sponsor fits in with the rest of the shirt. Maybe if they'd added just something extra to this shirt, it would be slightly higher, but overall, a beautiful shirt, can't go wrong. 4th now, we have got Ipswich, and I think Ipswich have had an absolutely class season when it comes to shirts this year. I'm a massive fan of the intricate detailing and pattern, that kind of diamond pattern going throughout this central panel of the shirt. I like then the fact that you've kind of got that lighter kind of shade, which is kind of toned down and fades into the shirt a bit with the kit provider, the badge and the sponsor. Then you've got the detailing on the trim end of the sleeve, tying with the collar. The only thing that I'd want a little bit extra on this shirt is maybe if they carried that pattern onto the sleeve. But overall, it's still an absolutely gorgeous shirt. I'm a big fan of this design. 3rd now, we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers, something a little bit different, something we don't see in the English Premier League, kind of this swirl kind of design with this wolf coming from the side of the shirt, which I really like. I love a central badge. You cannot go wrong. I like the fact that you've got that nice bit of detailing on the collar, which then ties into the badge, the kit provider, and the sponsor. The only reason why this isn't in the top 2 is that kit provider. Just move it over, just scooch it over right to the centre, and then this shirt would be an all-timer. I'm a big fan of this. Something a little bit different, something brave. I'm a big fan, Wolves. 2nd now, we have got Manchester United. Now, this has kind of got a real old school feel to this shirt with a nice modern twist. I love kind of that silver detailing going down the sleeves, tying in with the kit provider, the badge and the sponsor. And if you look really closely, there's a lovely bit of detailing with this shirt with that old school collar as well, by the way. I'm a big fan of this. The only little thing, I'm going to say it again, and I keep saying it with Adidas, they keep neglecting this trim on the end of the sleeve. Maybe just a nice little bit of silver seam work would top this and it would be an absolute belter. But still, it's a gorgeous shirt. I think they've absolutely smashed this really nice design from Man United this year. So yes, you've worked out. First is Brentford, a very bright, bold and unique colourway. We don't see this colour palette on many shirts in the Premier League ever, if I'm honest, but I am a massive fan of this. They have absolutely smashed it. And when I talk about consistency and complete shirts, this is a prime example of it. That beautiful pink shade then with that differing purple, which ties in then with the beautiful trim on the end of the sleeve, tying in then with the kit provider, the badge, and the sponsor. Overall, it's so simple, but yet so effective. I say it all the time. This shirt looks complete. There is nothing that your eyes are drawn to. You're just kind of mesmerised by this colourway and palette. I'm a massive fan of this. Brentford have absolutely smashed it, which is why they've got the best shirt in the Premier League this year for away shirt. But thank you guys for watching. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe and click the notification bell, because we at Surprise Shirts will be uploading every single Saturday. Don't you worry about that for Surprise Shirt Saturday. And this video was picked this week because I listened to you guys in the community tab. If you check every single week, we have a vote on what league you'd like us to rank next. So we've done the Premier League home and away now. So you decide what we're doing next week. Look out for it, because I'll put it in there. There'll be a poll, so you decide what we do. You are the producers of this show. So thank you guys for watching. As I said, please smash the like button. Please subscribe and comment down below your thoughts. We reply to every single comment. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.